So hi everybody, I'm Todd Peterson. I'm one of the founders of Partner for Surgery, and I'm here with Sofia who has just returned from her medical mission to Guatemala that you all have been following. And we have the great opportunity of interviewing her and finding out how it went. So Sofia, how did it go?
I guess I'll start with kind of how things worked. We would get up pretty early in the morning and we would arrive at some of these rural clinics, and there were usually 3 or 4 clinics that the doctors could set up at, and what surprised me about it was just how under-resourced these clinics were.
These are clinics from the local villages clinics? Okay.
Yeah, and these were clinics in the rural communities, and Partner for Surgery basically, we brought our own materials, but they also had to make do with kind of the limited resources that they had at the clinics.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many people did you guys end up seeing?
I think over the course of the week, Partner for Surgery was able to see around 700 people.
Wow.
And out of those 700 people, 150-ish were scheduled for life-changing surgeries.
Wow.
So definitely a really good ratio.
What kind of surgeries did you guys identify?
Well, there were a lot of cases of hernias. People came in with masses that they wanted to just check and make sure were benign. And the ultrasound machine definitely facilitated the process of identifying kind of what those masses were made up of. And
So Partner for Surgery?
Yeah, Partner for Surgery was able to bring this ultrasound machine that was a contribution from donors that definitely made a huge impact on the amount of people that could be diagnosed.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what was your role?
Well, I served as an interpreter from the doctor and nurse practitioners' orders into Spanish, and then usually I would be passing it on to another interpreter that would interpret my Spanish into Quechua and Pocomchi, which were the native languages that the indigenous people in these rural communities spoke. So it was kind of a lengthy process, but a lot of the people, I was surprised, did speak Spanish, and we were able to communicate more directly.
So you saw around 700 people at one location, or spread out over a few different locations?
So the first day we were in La Tinta, and then the second day we were in another rural community called El Estor, and then we were in Tucuru, and the last day we were in Tamau. And so each day we would be at a different health center. So
where did the patients come? How did they even know how to get there?
Well,
they were there when you arrived, or?
Yeah, they were there when we arrived. Apparently they started lining up hours before we got there, because it's rare that they're able to receive medical attention in these rural communities. And basically the promotoras de salud are able to advertise kind of the fact that Partner for Surgery is coming, and they spread the word, and these people show up to receive medical attention, and it's really incredible the bridge that Partner for Surgery builds with these rural communities, and the trust that is established and that is very needed in order for these people to come out and receive the medical attention that they need.
Wow. Were there any stories or patients that sort of stand out to you that you remember in particular of all those hundreds and hundreds that came through?
So one of the hardest cases that I think I saw throughout the whole week was a girl that came in, and there was something wrong with her tendons, and she basically was paralyzed from the knee down. And she was 15 years old, and she had spent her whole life just crawling. And when she came in, I was surprised that her mom was like, "Oh, we've never seen a doctor that has provided us with attention and no one can tell us basically what's wrong. And just the fact that Partner for Surgery, even though there wasn't a medical remedy that they could provide this girl with, just the fact that they provided the mom with the attention that they had been neglected for so long from other doctors in the area, it was very impactful. And Partner for Surgery does more than just provide people with surgeries, is what I realized.
So what's next, Sophia?
So Partner for Surgery is obviously going to continue doing its day-to-day work to overcome the obstacles that arise when triaging and identifying patients for these medical missions, actually bringing the surgical teams down and performing the surgeries, and the follow-up that is required to ensure positive outcomes for all of the patients. And so all of the planning and logistics that go into the scheduling these missions are very intensive and require a lot of funding. And so if you would like to contribute to Partner for Surgery's work in 2019, there will be around 6 or 7 more triage missions that are already scheduled to happen in 2019 in order to identify more patients. And then also there are 7 surgical teams that are planned to come down to actually perform these surgeries. And so if you would like to donate to these efforts, my fundraising page is still up until Friday at midnight, February the 22nd. And I will provide links so that you guys can continue following Partner for Surgery's work on their Facebook page as well. And I will definitely be publicizing a lot more of the videos and pictures that I got throughout my trip.
All right, can't wait to see them.
Yes.
And on behalf of Partner for Surgery, I just want to say thank you so much for all the hours and hours of hard work you've put into preparing for this trip, towards raising funds to help the people that were identified, and to all the people that, I know you've inspired to, support Partner for Surgery's work or to get involved in an organization that they care about. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you. It's been an honor just being able to participate. Thank you so much, Todd, for providing me with the opportunity to go on this mission. And it really wouldn't have been possible without them. So thank you.
Thanks. And thank you, everybody, for supporting Sophia.